We come here today to bury Clark Glacier and remember its part in our state and our country. So thank you, good people, for coming here this solemn day. This is happening here in the United States too. Our glaciers are disappearing. Like in Glacier National Park, we have I think they've lost 30% of their glaciers there, and this should be a major concern to our to the peoples of the United States, and particularly the people living in Oregon and Washington, the Pacific Northwest. So many hundreds, thousands of people climb this mountain a year. And from the trailhead, it'd be normally the first glacier you'd see. We went in late August this year to check on the glacier and see if it still was a glacier. And for just driving up the road towards the base of this volcano, I'm like, we don't have to climb it. There's no glacier there. To give you an idea of the change, when the glacier was officially mapped in the United States in the 1950s, and officially named, that glacier was the size of about 70 U.S. football fields. Now it is down to less than 7 football fields. In the case of Oregon and the Pacific Northwest, I think that the retreat of glaciers and their loss is our biggest signal we have here of global warming's impact on us. Our glaciers are directly tied to maintaining salmon fisheries and the hydroelectric dams, irrigation, and we also have a large winter sports ski industry where they utilize the glaciers as well, or they utilize the snowpack that feeds the glaciers. And people just aren't aware that this is occurring. We went this summer to do the first count of how many glaciers remain in Oregon since the 1950s, when they built, after World War II, the U.S. Geological Survey developed a very good set of maps for the United States, and they've updated those every decade or so, but they haven't done that for Oregon. So it's been 70 years since anybody counted the glaciers in Oregon. That's what we went out to do. So we went and visited all the glaciers in Oregon and checked to see if there still were glaciers. Clark Glacier is more of our representative glacier of this one that's lost. There are many other glaciers that have disappeared in Oregon as well. It's probably more than 25%, less than 50% have disappeared. I have 2 young kids, and what makes me more sad is that these are things that I've enjoyed and appreciated and loved, and they won't get that chance to as well. So it is like losing some part of your experience in life, and that's just gone. If we raise awareness in the Pacific Northwest, that here's where we're seeing the impacts of global warming the strongest. Here's where our impacts of our carbon usage are causing the most effect. We can maybe make a regional change, like, we don't want to lose the glaciers.